Today we're speaking with Carol May, Vice President and Marketing Manager of City Mill Inc. Carol also spends countless hours as a philanthropist with several organizations such as Aloha United Way, Child Family Services, and the Retail Merchants of Hawaii. So Carol, you were talking about the learning lessons and the experiences you had with the juice company that you, I guess, took over.
Well, I was running the juice business, and this was now the business that I had always wanted. And you know, after about 2 years, the business was going really smoothly. We had very, very, very little debt or no debt, and we were starting to expand to the mainland. And but it was very difficult being a mom at that time with 2 very hyperactive little boys. And on a Sunday, we got a call from a business broker saying someone is going to make an offer to buy your business on Tuesday. And we thought, oh my gosh, now things are going really smoothly. But Tuesday came along, we had an offer, and within a week we're standing on Bishop Street with this check. And we thought, okay, for the first time in our lives, we have some financial security. I would stay at home for several years, and I would be a single mom. And, you know, it seemed really sort of perfect. But at the same time, my father was getting older. My brother had left City Mill to work in New York City, and my father called and said, you know, I've got some offers on City Mill, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to entertain selling City Mill because you kids are just not interested. And, you know, I thought to myself, well, don't sell it. After having that juice business, I had such an appreciation for what City Mill was and all the trials and tribulations it had gone through for almost 100 years. So not wanting to work full-time, I went there part-time, and I said, you know, I don't want to be involved in the day-to-day operation, but just give me some projects to do. And he said, okay, here's a desk, here's a phone. I need to have a store in Hawaii Kai and maybe something in Mililani. Just go to it. I didn't know anything about real estate, I didn't know anything about retail. But having the confidence of some of the job experiences I've had, I just thought, okay, and I just started making cold calls. So without any leasing agent, we secured the Hawaii Kai and Mililani properties. It just, you know, this is the goal, and just go do it.
How old were you at that time?
I was in the early 30s.
At what point did you start getting involved in nonprofit organizations and giving back to the community?
Well, when my brother came back in 1992 and my father retired, I went to City Mill full time. And I got involved almost immediately. In fact, my brother was the one who said, you should join this organization or you should join that organization. I think one of the first organizations I joined was Retail Merchants of Hawaii and the Chamber of Commerce. And, you know, I got to know some of the people in the business community, but I also love dealing and talking to people who have that entrepreneurial spirit. It's like a spark.
So which boards are you on now, or which are the community organizations that you find that you've been on for a long time just because you feel some type of passion for it? Well,
right now I'm involved with Child and Family Service and Girl Scout Council of Hawaii and UH Foundation, Retail Merchants of Hawaii, and the Chamber of Commerce. And those are things that I all feel passionate about. I mean, family, education, business entrepreneurship, and, you know, female empowerment. So I feel very strongly about all the things that I'm involved with right now. And we always believe, you know, at City Mill that we would not be anything if it were not for the community. And we have to give back to the community because they support us. You know, we support them, they support us. Of course, we have to provide goods and services that the people want, but if it were not for the community, we would have nothing.
So how do you manage your time between the community activities, home life, and business?
I think you really have to keep your priorities straight. It's like, what is important to you? You know, and you have to be able to say no when you have to. You know, I think the most important thing is family and your health. And you can't lose sight that your family and your health are the most important things. And when you start getting maxed out, you have to start saying no. I try to limit the community. I mean, I'm very fortunate as well because City Mill, my brother and I are both involved in a lot of nonprofits. And, we will go to all of those meetings throughout the day. But I try to limit the evening part as family time, evenings and weekends as family time.
Do you have some kind of criteria now for nonprofits as they approach you to get involved? How you determine which ones you get involved with versus which ones you don't?
Well, I usually ask them how much time is involved, when are the meetings. At one point, I had 2 nonprofits who had meetings exactly at the same time, exactly in the same location, and I just couldn't do it. And then I asked them, what is expected of me? How many committees do I need to be on? How much would you like me to donate to your organization annually? And then I really have to feel a passion for it. I mean, being a single mom was very difficult, and I'm involved with Child and Family Service because there's a lot of people who just need help. And I feel that I've been really fortunate, and I want to give back that way to an organization like Child and Family Service.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio, Hawaii.